Great Britain then, one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every single year of the Formula One World Championship. And the circuit extends that record further for today's Grand Prix. Silverstone Circuit then. It's 3.6 miles long and has a total of 18 corners. And of course, is no stranger to the rain. There won't be any DRS available in these conditions, but the Wellington and Hangar Straights are still good opportunities to tuck into the slipstream and make a pass. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about the Rainmaster. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. The Rainmaster lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso and Sainz, Perez, Leclerc, Hamilton and Guan Yu Zhou, Gasly, Russell, Antonio Giovinazzi and Tsunoda, Latifi, Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Mick Schumacher. Mazepin and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
pushing hard now. He's just put in the fastest lap of the race. This rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now. Radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now. Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a while longer. Max ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 11.6 seconds. They're on old inters. Perez is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old inters. Our gap to first place is 12.4 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. Turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Final lap of the race. The stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Can't complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from... Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure, and no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight. This result narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Now, let's discuss, Ant, who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I think for driver of the day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You had a lot of fans out there today. Does the pressure get to you when you're back home? The weather was miserable today, but do you feel this was an advantage for you? How do you feel seeing your teammate up on the podium? After last year's performance, there were high expectations for you here. What happened? Appreciate your time.